When you are entrenched in your business, there are some avenues that you don't see and where you need some external help. Somebody who's not entrenched in your business who can assist you. That person in business is a mentor. You know, in boxing terminologies, that person is a cornerman.
Max and myself are coming from the boxing background. And it was easy once we started looking at this as a Max as my boxer, myself as a coach, and we're able now to say, how do we take these learnings from that live boxing experiment or experience and put them into the business?
I have realized that I needed to do something different. So that's the reason why I had to get external advice in making sure that we steer this business and actually strategize and have a turnaround strategy, which was a turnaround strategy to get an external person to advise us. A value builder which actually came and gave us a strategy in the business. Even though we had a strategy in the company, the value builder came in and gave us a technical analogy of our business.
When the value builder came in, we were able to actually identify those parameters, such as your value seesaw, your recurring revenue ratios, and we're able to measure those on an ongoing basis. And by being able to actually measure them, we knew whether we were underperforming or overperforming. We actually took a commitment amongst each other that we're going to be as honest as possible on those questions, so that we're able to identify the critical factors that actually influence the lower scores we were getting, so we could focus our energies on those, and it has worked very well. We've seen our recurring revenue ratio actually going up over 30% from the 10% that it was when we started measuring ourselves, the value builder. We've seen our monopoly going up. We've got products now that we can actually identify as the products that we use, as our key products that we use to actually monopolize the industry, which our competitors cannot actually accomplish.
When we started with the Value Builder, it opened the mindset of the business, and we were very fortunate that our MD is an open-minded person, where if you have an idea that there's something you want to explore, where you are thinking it might work, he's always keen on it.
But the value builder gave us a technical analogy where we were able to measure the business going forward. I wanted to build a business that can operate without my influence, or without more involvement of myself into the business. So basically what the value builder helped us, you know, is actually looking at those things and say, the Switzerland structure, you cannot have a business that is dependent on one client. You cannot have a business that is dependent on one employee. You cannot have a business that is dependent on one supplier. So as the company, we had to look at different strategies and so that we can get out of that, and making sure, I'm pleased to say to you guys that as a value builder, we have used it very effectively, and as a result that we have our order book has actually diversified clientele. We have diversified in terms of our suppliers, and all our employees know we've got a succession plan which is very clear. The guys, not one employee knows everything in the business. We've got different guys who know different things in the business.
Your financial performance is the lifeline of the business, and we needed to dive into that and dissect and identify areas of concern and where we can improve, and what is it that we must do to improve those areas. So by just addressing that one, you touch more or less on everyone, on every key performance indicator in the business, whilst you are focusing first on the financial performance of the business. So that helped us, because when we moved to the next module, it was easy because some of the stuff was pre-identified by addressing the financial performance. Working with Max has allowed me also to fine-tune some of the approaches and some of the skills, and as a result of the success that Max had, he has allowed me to use him whenever I have workshops in the province. And because of that, Max also is an ambassador now for the Small Business Ministry, specifically because of the success of the Value Builder program. The Value Builder program, as an advisor, as a business owner, it gives you tools to advise, to coach, and to mentor your clients, and it really works.
You cannot win by yourself. You have to surround yourself with a good people, good team, good mentors, and good tools to work with. The Value Builder system.